Last time I organised my room, I sorted out everything that was in my room, distinguished between the stuff I wanted to keep and the stuff I wanted to sell, and made a start with the proper organisation of the room. And as you can tell, it's going very slowly. But today, we are going to start organising something that you don't normally see, my cupboards. So, without further ado, let's stop yapping and let's start organising. But first, we need a plan of action, because it's all good and well saying, oh yeah, we're just going to sort them out. How are we going to sort them out? So I think, first of all, we're going to take everything as much as we can out of the cupboard, so we've got the empty space and I can visually see what we've got to work with. And then we're going to split these cupboards up into practicality and storage, because I would like these cupboards to be used a lot more as general storage rather than, you know, just throw something in there and make it work. Now, it's worth noting that these two cupboards, as you can see, they're two layered, and this one to the side is basically just one big cupboard, so we can maybe utilise that as a little more like box storage. Got a lot of different stuff in the cupboards, and it's going to be a little bit of a brain teaser to see, you know, where are we going to put each and everything. Yeah, let's go. I do think, first of all, however, let's just start taking things out and we will go. Let's just do it. So all the cupboards have been pretty much emptied. I've got a bit of stuff here, quite a lot of stuff up there. Yeah, you can tell it's very different. The only thing I haven't taken out is the Pepsi, but that's for obvious reasons. Like, I need to have my secret stash of Pepsi. They will be moved most likely, but to where, we still yet to establish that. I kind of want these cupboards to be somewhere that I can easily access. It's not a temporary storage thing that I can easily just take in, out, and it's going to look visually cool and appealing. So yeah, that's something I really want to do. Alternatively, I could turn my cupboard space into a little bit of a display and then move some of this storage stuff elsewhere, like up there or under my bed. But we'll come up with something. First of all, I do want to get a bite to eat, because yeah, you can't run on an empty stomach. Like the Snickers advert says, you're not you when you're hungry. Go get a bite to eat, and we're going to reevaluate it this afternoon. Okay, so we have eaten. I know I completely, totally didn't get distracted by social media. But anyways, I'm still kind of hungry. And I want to eat with my room. So yeah, let's do that. Let's eat with the organisation of this room. And I think first of all, we should start with the Pepsi that is still in there. Right, okay, this is exactly what we are working with. Mainly it's the cans, but they'll probably go. My original plan was just to put them in here. That could be a good idea, because I can have it kind of just like on there. I could put the cans just wherever. But then again, I mean, it's just a little weird. In a ways, it might be worth it just keeping it in there and just like sorting out, because I could just like put them on top of each other. That could work. I think I'm gonna leave the cans for now, but I think first of all, I think we should start with the books over there and like the paper stationery stuff here, because that's probably something that I think would be really practical to put in a cupboard. And I think we could start with this one, seeing that it is under my bed. My bed is where I do most of my, you know, like reading and drawing. Also, to be fair, on the desk, but you get the point. So yeah, let's start putting that away. Okay, a little bit of an update. I am just been pondering, because like the book, they look alright, but it doesn't look that good. It looks a little better, but yeah. I mean, it looks decent, but it just kind of just looks like I've just thrown stuff on, and that's not exactly what I want. However, I've just actually had an idea. What happens if that empty gap there that I've just quickly made, what happens if I put some books there? It gets a little bit of space out of there. I could put a comics there, and it would look really cool. You know what, I'm going to do that. I think that looks better. We've just now got to consider, you know, what do we do with the rest of this? Okay, I found an idea of what I could put there. Games and the Wii U. I think that would be a great idea to put that there. Yeah, never mind, change the plans. I just put the games in there. And I put the Wii U and the actual like console just above my PC. I think that's a cool place to put it, I can't lie. Okay, so now we've got this cupboard pretty much done, even though it does look a little empty, but trust the process. We move on to this cupboard. Now, I don't think this cupboard's going to be very full, because I think this cupboard is going to be the nerdy stuff cupboard. That's going to be more like books, paper, drawing, that sort of stuff. But I think this will be the nerdy cupboard. In fact, I'm actually going to move those games from here into here. I think that's a good call. So yeah, we can have like games, we can have like shows, anime, all this stuff in here. Put the Legos in here, we're gonna put the Beyblades in here. Other than that, I don't even know what else we could have. Right, actually I've got an idea of what I could put in here for now. And it requires opening up the bed. I've got a couple like plush toys that are like gaming wise that are a little too big to go on my bed. Say for example, well, the pig, which I call Technoblade after the goat. So if we could put some of the bigger cool nerdy plush toys on the bed or up there, that could work out. Also, I'm going to be selling that, so I might as well put that up here, because up here is like the doom pile of doom. You can always revisit this stuff, because it's all stuff I'm probably not going to keep, and just box them all up. And then, I mean, what do we do with this cupboard? Do we just keep it as it is? Because that might not be too bad of an idea to keep it as it is, although I want to use it for something. What? I'm not quite sure. I think with further deliberation, that is pretty much most of the cupboard organising done. I know it's not exactly the most entertaining video, but it is a pretty swoon step to getting the entire room done. And I think the way we're gonna finish off this video is that we are going to just put stuff back in basically a neat, organised and tidy place, because like obviously I'm not done and I've still got a lot of organising to do with like the smaller stuff and the Hot Wheels and yeah, blah 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 blah. Not gonna go through all of that today. I think I'm gonna do that as a room wide thing, but at least, and this is the main thing I wanted to get done today, at least to know where stuff is gonna go. And then this I'm still not deliberated on, but it's got my drink, so it's pretty important. In fact, I am also gonna quickly sort out the Pepsi. In fact, yeah, let's do that now. I mean, that could work for now in just a practical sense. I definitely do need a better place to put all my Pepsi. I really do. And then all that's left to do is just my shelf and my windowsill, and we should be good to finish this video. So I think that is going to be it for this video. As you can see, we've added a little bit more to the room. I think this is a good idea to actually add some of the setup on the window. And the cupboards are becoming a little more organised. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you all on the next video.